Good day. This is the diary of the Pan-African preacher. Carter G. Woodson once said, "The lack of confidence of the African American in himself and in his possibilities is what has kept him down." His miseducation has been a perfect success in this respect. Today's diary event is the HBCU commemoration services. The strengthening of ties between Africa and the African diaspora is not the sole responsibility of African cultural artists or Pan-African activists. The historically black colleges and universities such as Howard, Spelman, Tuskegee, and Morehouse have an increasingly important role to play in the development of African American and African relations. The historically black colleges and universities were created to address the educational inequalities created by a segregated American society after the Civil War. They offered quality education to African Americans, which has produced some of the most outstanding leaders in American history. Many well-known and respected artists, CEOs, and political leaders are HBCU alumni, such as Kalma Harris, Jesse Jackson, Coretta Scott King, Thurgood Marshall, Samuel Jackson, Toni Braxton, Oprah Winfrey, Lionel Richie, and Erykah Badu, to name a few. Although the HBCUs make up only 3% of American colleges, they have produced 20% of all African American college graduates and 25% of African American science, technology, engineering, and mathematics graduates. What goes without great fanfare is the possibility of a win-win situation when continental Africans also access HBCUs. Two names come to mind immediately: James Aggrey and Kwame Nkrumah. James Aggrey was an intellectual, missionary, and teacher. He attended Livingston College, North Carolina, an HBCU, which is affiliated to the African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church, where he later joined the staff of that institution. He was born in the then called Gold Coast, today Ghana, and later emigrated to the United States, but returned to Africa for several years. He was the first vice principal of Achimota College in Ghana and an influential voice on African education. Francis Kwame Nkrumah was a student of Aggrey at Achimota. He went on to the United States and attended the HBCU Lincoln University in Pennsylvania in 1935. He became a Ghanaian politician, political theorist, and revolutionary. He was the first Prime Minister and President of Ghana, having led the Gold Coast to independence from Britain in 1957. He was Africa's most influential advocate of Pan-Africanism and a founding member of the Organization of African unity. HBCUs are in the unique position to bring enhanced opportunities for quality education to Africa through the provision of scholarships, exchange programs, African study programs, lectureship series, and academic partnerships. Ashe.